In a medium bowl, you want to combine your dry ingredients, not your sugar, just your other dry ingredients. As you can see, I switched my tool and I went to the spatula. This right here, just moving it around in the bowl, cleaning up the sides, just making sure that the flour. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I used to do what you call a rating system. It used to be from 1 to 10. Let's cut it in half. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go with 1 through 5. 1 being the easiest and 5 being the most difficult. And we're gonna go ahead and give this one 1. You know what I mean? Listen, we're getting our feet wet, super easy, delicious. And you know what? Don't forget to pour yourself a tall, ice cold glass of milk. With that and these oatmeal raisin cookies, boom. If this is the first time you've been here and you're new to this channel, you know what? Let me go ahead and just say, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video. And with that being said, you guys, we finna step it up in this baking game, and I'm out.